Yes.
And we have a hand up in the background. What does that mean? How did my mum and dad react when I told them I was going to do TT? A lot better than I expected. My dad raced at the Manx and the IOM TT back in the 70s. I was not born then. I was born in the late 80s. When I did start racing bikes, my dad was always like, whatever, I'll be with you all the way along, but do not go road racing. Like, he was actually dead against it, yeah. Obviously, when he was racing, it was kind of very much a normal thing. It's even part of the Grand Prix Championship still back then, until the late 70s. He has obviously also lost friends and mates and all the rest of it through road racing, and then safety has really kind of changed a lot over the last 40-50 years, for the better, of course. He always was dead against me going road racing. By the time I decided I was going to go road racing, well, I was actually 26 at the time. I was 27 when I went to the TT. I was an adult, so he couldn't really say no. As much as he wanted to say no, he couldn't really say no. My mum and dad actually took it quite well, a lot better than I expected from knowing what I'd been taught from being young. I got a better reaction than what I thought. And I think also my mum and dad knew what kind of rider I was and what sort of person I was, and I was actually the right sort of person and rider to go to the TT. There's definitely riders that are not the right sort of riders to take there. I was definitely on the right side of that.
All right, are we doing a camera thingy change?
Cameras die.
There you go, look. Got some power.
You got the power!
Please continue.
I shall continue. If you have to rebuff TT critics, how do you approach it in a way that isn't just telling them to jog on?
You mean as in the people that just don't like TT?
Yeah.
I always say come and experience it, or ask them if they have experienced it or not. And the normal answer is no, they've never been to it.
So if they go, well, I've been to it and I just don't like it.
I've not really met anyone that said that. I've definitely met people that have been and have been like, oh, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But I have never gone, oh, I just don't agree with it. As there's obviously going to be some people that don't, but there's definitely some people in this paddock that are that love bike racing. Oh, bless you. There's definitely people in this paddock that love bike racing.
Yeah.
And have gone, TT's just too far for me. I can't. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
But that's absolutely fine, isn't it? They're also not people that have gone, oh, I don't want you to go.
Yeah.
They've always gone, good luck, have a good time, come back safe, see you at the next BSB round. So almost like you need to come to TT.
I'm going to come to TT. I'm going to come to TT.
Are you going with Amanda and Jules?
No, they're coming with me.
Right, okay.
What do you want people to remember most about you? The records or the way you went about achieving them?
Probably the way I went about achieving them, really. I feel like I'm a fairly humble person.
Yeah.
I know I've definitely been called out on social media for not being a humble person, but I think that's people that don't know me. I've been more bothered about that and how I am as a person than what I've done necessarily. I mean, I never thought I'd be sitting here right now with 14 TT wins, for definite, you know. And
it was good though.
Yeah, it feels mega, and I've managed to win in every class, which is also something I never thought I would even achieve, particularly like Super Twin.
Yeah.
You know, I've managed to win a couple of Super Twin races now, which I never thought I would. You know, I'm 6'2". I'm a big old guy to be sat on a little twin, and it's definitely not my forte.
Yeah.
I've also only ever really ridden big bikes. So from being 17, that's all I've ridden is big bikes. You know, I'm sat here now as a 38-year-old, so for 21 years, all I've done is ride big bikes until I went to the TT. And then I started riding smaller bikes and going, how do I ride this? You know, it's a very different way of riding. It's not something I was come through the ranks with or anything like that. I pretty much started racing, and within 4 years when we started racing, 5 years maybe, I've gone from never riding a bike at 12 years of age, I rode a superbike at 17. So I had a very short, journey into BSB, which is nearly not heard of.
No.
You know, I went from never riding a bike, and I mean never riding a bike at 12, and I rode a superbike for the very first time at 17 years of age.
Bloody hell.
So in 5 years, which was down to my dad really. Like, he taught me how to ride a bike. Not only did he race himself, he'd won British Championships, he'd won at TT, or won a Manx Grand Prix, same sort of thing. Back in the day, in 70s, it was the same people for both, almost. I know now, obviously, the Manx is mainly for amateurs and TT's for technically pros. Back in the day, it was the same people did both events, really.
Yeah.
He was then a Grand Prix engineer, he's done British Championship, he's looked after riders and taught riders, been a coach almost for a lot of riders as well, and he taught me the best way and cut out all my mistakes before I ever did them. So I literally went from never riding a bike at 12. I didn't race a superbike at 17, but I rode a superbike at 17 in 5 years.
How did that feel?
Yeah,
What
I
was
mean,
your first
again,
impression, thinking,
I didn't really have a, I was just like, oh, it's a bike.
oh yeah, 'cause
2 wheels and engine, like I'll ride it.
yeah,
And I was just riding. I wasn't really thinking about anything in particular. I was a young, spunky 17, riding bikes. I raced it at 18. My first ever race meeting, which was at Brands Hatch in 2006. I was 18 years of age on the first weekend. I actually turned 19 over the weekend, I think. But I was 18 in my first run on the bike. It's pretty unheard of. It's a short learning curve, which is not normal for bike racing.
No.
Like for bike racing, it's normally a long learning curve to get to a superbike in particular.
yeah. And you just went bosh, done it, do it.
Yeah. And now I'm sat here with 14 TT wins. I've won at the Northwest. I've won here at BSB. I've scored points in World Superbike races multiple times.
You're quite good at this bike stuff then.
Not too bad. I've managed to make a career out of it. I've then also developed a business off the back of it. Something hopefully for later on in life, for when I have to inevitably stop racing eventually. Even though I don't want to, I'll have to at some point.
Yeah.
I've got a lot to thank a lot of people for. The way that I've done things is probably what I'd be more happy about. People remember me for.
Hey.
I've got a phone call going on.
You're known as the fastest man on the roads. But what's the slowest and most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
Oh, many things. I actually crashed, and I've done this more than once, which is not good, on the way to the grid. I mean, I've done it twice. I did it once as a real young kid here at Cadwell Park. So I was riding out at the top of the pit lane to go to the grid, and then you do your warm-up lap.
Yeah.
I crashed on the way to the grid, so I made, I think, 2 corners out of the top here at Cadwell Park.
Yeah.
I went right, left, and then to go right and up over the jump.
Yeah.
I lost the rear there and spat myself off. I didn't even make it to the hairpin. Well, I did. I made it to the hairpin on my backside. I was really young then. I got pulled up to the clerk of the course. Because if you crash on the way to the grid, you should technically get sanctioned, but you get pulled to the clerk of the course to go, what were you doing? Technically using resources and all the rest of it in a position when you shouldn't have been.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you shouldn't be trying anywhere near. Although most people won't know of that. Because
Yeah.
obviously it was club racing. It was a long time ago. I also dropped my bike in the paddock trying to put the stand on it. Because I was being impatient for my dad to come and put a stand on. I got off the bike, holding the seat, putting the stand under and dropped it. And fell into my teammate's bike.
Oh no.
Yeah, and his foot peg went through my screen and stuff. And so that was the first thing. But again, most people wouldn't know that. And I actually crashed at Alton Park in 2009 or 2010 in BSB on the way to the grid, high-sided out of Shell Oils. We'd had dry weekend all weekend. It then rained. I was a privateer at the time, literally a bike that my dad built in our back shed against all the big boys.
Yeah.
Rained in the morning, which then meant that BSB gets an extra practice session.
Okay.
I was 3rd in the practice session. So absolutely on top of the world, going, right, these boys are having it. I'm gonna show them, put a new tyre in it, and then spat myself off going to the grid. Not
You proper showed them.
Yeah, I really showed. I did actually make it to the start. I managed to get back on the bike, and then as well, you were allowed to get back on the bike. I got back on the bike, rode it back I actually came to the grid with it kind of half in pieces, and the team fixed it on the grid. Or Darren actually was even with me then, and he fixed it on the grid. But I wasn't so confident in the race anymore. I went from having loads of confidence to like, why did I just fall off? I don't even remember where I finished, but that was a fairly embarrassing moment.
Clothes shopping, I hate.
When I don't buy clothes, I wear race gear because I get given it for free.
If you could race the TT against any former TT legend in their prime, who would it be? And what bike would you be riding?
I'm a massive McGuinness fan. I always have been. I like the way he goes about his business. What he's done for the sport has been immense.
Yeah.
To race against him in his heyday, I think would have been really cool. Joey Dunlop, goes without saying, still probably the greatest rider of all time. I know Michael now has more wins than him, but Joey's obviously a hero of a lot of people and has been for a very, very long time. A bit before my time, so it's not really something that I grew up watching or anything like that. Obviously I knew who he was. Before then, I think Agostini and Mike Elwood, they're probably the people that I'd be excited to ride against in that sort of era as well. I think it was almost the heyday of motorcycle racing, to be honest. So I would go with that sort of era, the Ago and Elwood. And what would I ride? Well, I'd probably have to ride the MV. It was the fastest thing ever, wasn't it? Yeah, I'll choose that.
Be honest. Do you drive fast on the way to the supermarket? Depends what you want to get, really.
Yeah, depends what I want to get. Fifi saying she does the shopping, not me. Also very true. I generally drive fairly quickly no matter what. I struggle to drive slowly.
Heavy foot.
Or ride slowly. Yeah, I definitely have a heavy foot.
I know.
That's why I don't ride a bike on the road. I don't ride a bike. I actually have a license. I have a full license. I had it for 12 years, which not many races do have a full license for riding the road, but I hardly ever ride on the road because I ride way too fast. And I don't even know I'm doing it. Like,
No.
I have almost no consciousness about how fast I'm going.
Yeah.
So like since 12, all I've done is ride a bike flat out.
Yeah.
So I actually struggle to ride a bike slowly. So normally if I do ride on the road, I've got a few different things. I've actually just sold, I had an Aprilia RS 250
Yeah.
from 1995, a Reggiani rep,
Nice.
which I've actually just sold, but if I rode on the road, I used that. It took a long time to get to maximum speed, and maximum speed was not that high, maybe 125 mile an hour, apparently. And it took a long time to get there, so I rode something like that, or I've actually got a 1982 Yamaha XS 400.
No.
Little twin cafe racer, and that will only do 70 mile an hour flat out, and I mean flat out, head on the tank. Like, it's not designed to go fast at all. That's a little cafe racer. Rather ride something like that because then I can't get myself in trouble.
Oh, well, yeah. Not met him.
Not met him?
Nope. Never met him.
Not yet.
Seen him.
Seen him about.
Seen him about. I've never met him.
Oh, I'll introduce you.
Thank you very much. Finish the sentence. So the first time I met my teammate, I thought.
Teammate. First time I met my teammate, I thought, well, obviously my teammate right now is Davey. First time I met Davey would have been 2017, I think. So he was a supermoto rider before, obviously motocross, then supermoto. He actually did BSB initially to start with. I'm not sure if I can remember him in BSB or not. I remember him more from when he came to TT as a newcomer.
Yeah.
He rode for the John Burroughs team, which I knew he was going for the newcomer lap record, which I had at the time. When did I actually meet him though? That's my first recollection of him anyway, was when he was at TT. He did Northwest TT Ulster that year. I think that my first proper recollection of him was at the Ulster Grand Prix, it would have been 2018 I think it was. Came up to the team, must have been with Darren maybe, and was like, when are you giving me a ride then? Like in his usual kind of cocky self of like, come on, give me a ride, give me a go. I reckon that was the first time I actually ever met him. And what was the question? What did I think of it?
Yeah. What did you think?
I think at the time I thought, what a cocky little bastard. It's probably what I thought.
Has your opinion changed?
Yeah, obviously I've known Davey for quite a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, obviously raced against him a long time, and right now we're in business together and running a team together, or own a team together. He's quite a misunderstood character, I think, actually, because he is quite a confident person.
Yeah.
And because of that, then people think he's up himself when actually he's not at all.
No.
He's quite the opposite. He knows what he wants, he knows how he wants it, which is a good way to be anyway. But yeah, I do think he's quite misunderstood sometimes. Got loads of noise going on, haven't we? Just ruining the interview.
Quiet on set, please. So if he wasn't a racer, you'd probably be
A porn star. There's going to be obvious things on it. I actually wanted to be a fighter pilot.
Did you?
Yeah. I've actually flown a jet as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
You got the license for that as well?
No. I've been lucky enough to fly in a Hawk, so same as a Red Arrow.
Wow.
Yeah, I've managed to fly it as well. He was 2 up, but I actually did fly it, which was really cool. I can fly a little bit anyway. Being able to fly a plane since flying model aircraft.
Oh my God.
As a kid. Because my dad was always into that. He'd build his own planes and then fly them. And then I would do the same, obviously, because he was doing it. I wanted to do it. So I've flown planes from quite a young age. Yeah. Which meant I understood, as daft as it sounds, flying a model, everything's exactly the same, even the joystick's the same sort of thing. So I've flown quite a few planes, even taken off and landed with somebody next to me.
I was going to say.
But I have actually managed to do that, even though I've never actually really had any training for it, because I understand what the plane will and won't do. I managed to fly a jet out of RAF Leeming. It was really cool. Yeah, it was mega. I flew it about 400 odd mile an hour.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Did that feel slow as well?
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Until we lowered down, like we actually flew for nearly an hour out of RAF Leeming. I think 55 minutes to fly, so a lot longer than I was expecting. I thought I was just going to get a little flat round and that was that. I was in one of the jets. Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden was in the other one. It was all when I was riding with the RAF team, and we flew over Lake Windermere and stuff like that, about 250 foot, so like quite low. It was absolutely awesome. Loved it. The lower we got, the faster it felt. But, yeah, it still didn't feel like what it was doing.
The worst thing someone could say to you on the grid?
I don't know if there is a worse thing someone can say to me on the grid.
Your bum looks big in that.
I'd laugh. What colour have you got on? I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not really that sort of person that overthinks anything like that.
Superstitious.
Superstitious? No, I'm not. No, not at all. I'm really a relaxed person anyway, so I don't really have...
I'm getting that vibe.
Don't really have too much to worry about.
Your mechanics would describe you as?
Pain in the backside. They all know I'm super relaxed. I'm always late. I don't like getting up in the morning. Hate morning. Well, I don't hate mornings. Just don't like getting up. I can like lay in bed for the next 3 hours, no problem at all. But it doesn't help because obviously I've been injured for quite a while now. And that definitely doesn't help. It definitely drags you into this.
Yeah.
Oh well, just like chill out and become a bit of a lazy bastard. To be honest.
Because what everybody says, you've got to take it easy. You've got to relax.
Yeah, to be easy. Don't do too much. Well, actually, I think you need to do the opposite. I think you need to like fire yourself up and get your body going again. But so yeah, I'm trying to give myself a bit of a kick up the arse at the minute.
The strangest thing you've had to sign for a fan?
Lots of different things.
What's the weird? What's the one where you go?
Even yesterday, I signed someone's croc.
Someone's croc.
Yeah, so
were they wearing them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and like I've signed a lot of trainers in the last few years, which I don't know where that trend has come from. Where someone would literally take the trainer off and go, "Can you sign my?"
Oh, so did they take the croc off, or did you have to bend down to their feet?
No, they did take the croc off.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I've signed a baby. Did I sign a baby? I might have signed a baby. Yeah, I might have done. Hopefully they didn't tattoo that up. At TT, I signed a baby. I don't actually remember that. Yeah, I mean that's pretty weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've done it also. I've like had photographs with almost like mascots that somebody carries around with them, and like, oh, I take this little teddy everywhere with me, and can you like have a photograph with him? But I had the photograph with the toy and not the person. That's quite an unusual.
Yeah.
I've signed a lot of body parts, but I don't mind that. So in fact, I signed a lot of arms yesterday, in fact.
Yeah. Has a man ever asked you to sign the butt?
Don't think I've signed a man's arse. I've definitely signed girls' arses.
Yeah.
I signed a lot of tits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's perk of the job, isn't it? It's pretty good. If I'm signing a bloke, normally it's either on their arm or on the leg.
Yeah.
You're normally going to get a tattoo of like, they normally have like some sort of picture or TT or something. They want signature there for that. So I've done quite a few of them. Prefer signing tits. FYI.
6 a.m. wake up clause.
Ooh, 6 a.m. sounds early though.
What was it, 5 o'clock in the morning? Yeah.
You're up at 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know there was 2 of them in the day.
Yeah. I'm quite annoying in the morning.
Yeah, you're like one of the morning people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's the best overtake you've done?
Oh, I have no idea. There's been several over the years.
What's the most like memorable one then? So you go, for?
I don't know if I have one really, to be honest. It'll be for something that was on a last lap with some significance. So past Tommy Bridewell, he probably 10 years ago at Mansfield on the last lap. Would have been maybe for 2nd place or something. I can't quite remember. I didn't win that year, I don't think. It was in Mansfield anyway, I remember that. I'm sure it was in 2015. Oh, there's been so many. I've done a lot of overtaking in my career. Memorable ones is difficult.
You got to be honest for this one.
I've got to be honest again.
Yeah, honest. What's the biggest lie you've ever told your crew chief?
You can't get away with any lying to a crew chief, especially nowadays. Everything's recorded on the bike. So it doesn't matter if it wasn't my fault, I didn't do that. The data will then go, yeah, you did. I don't know if I have one for that. I'm actually, as a rider, I'm a very honest person. Like a lot of riders are not honest, either with themselves or the people they're with are like, oh, it's the bike's this, the bike's that. There's been quite often that I've come in and they go, oh, what's up? I'm like, nothing was wrong with the bike, it's just me. Leave it alone. That's happened like quite a lot. And I think a lot of people will not admit that they're not good enough or not in the right place. Or, you know, a lot of people are too proud to say, well, it's not me, it's the bike.
Yeah.
Whereas actually I have no problem in going, just leave the bike alone, just let me ride it. I'll figure it out. You know, it's all down to me, because the rider has a lot more input on the motorcycle than what the motorcycle does on the rider.
Yeah.
So there's always a way around something. I don't think I ever have had to lie. No, I'm not really a lying sort of person.
No.
I'd rather just say what I think or say the truth and then deal with the consequences afterwards.
Quickfire.
Quickfire.
Yeah.
So you want quick answers?
Yeah. Rossi or Marquez?
Rossi.
Scone or scone?
Scone.
Horse or cow?
Cow.
First thing you do after a race weekend?
Eat loads of shit.
Biggest paddock prankster?
There's quite a few of them. Probably Leon Haslam.
Give us an example.
I'm not sure I can.
This is an important question, and you might have to give me a demonstration. What would you rather fight? 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 duck-sized horses, because they're little.
And what would you do?
Seems like a weird thing to say.
How would you fight
How are you going to kill all these animals? Kick them.
Kick them.
Kick.
Kick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, because if they're only little, it's only going to be duck-sized.
Still,
You can boot it like Peter Kay.
So a big duck.
I mean,
Thank you very much for answering my questions.
you're welcome. Do I now like reveal what I had to say? Although I'm sure you've already worked it out.
No.
Did you not work it out? I had to say.
I
Did you
thought-
work it out? Yeah, I thought you did.
God.
You didn't work it out. What did you reckon I had to say? Because I've said it 4 times.
Have
Easy.
you?
Yeah.
I was literally going, I think he's forgot.
Nah.
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, what about over the back there?
Yeah.
No?
No?
No idea? Have you back at home? Have you worked it out?
Yeah, have you
I had,
worked it
to,
out?
I had to say a word. I had to say it 4 times, right?
Okay.
I definitely said. I even got you to say it.
Shut up.
Yeah, I got you to say it more than once as well.
No way.
Yeah.
Tell me now. Shut up!
That's a shuttlecock.
Yeah,
Shuttlecock.
that was
Shuttlecock. Shuttlecock was the word I had to use. Shuttlecock. And you say it 2 or 3 times.
Shuttlecock.
What-
Shuttlecock.
what-
Oh my god. That's good. I like that. Well done.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Shit, that was good.
I was thinking like,
That was-
and you did actually said it.